Hi, grade 8 students. So now I'm going to discuss about the common monomial factor, so the factoring trinomials in the form of x squared plus bx plus c and ax squared plus bx plus c, and also factoring the difference of two squares, and last one is factoring perfect square trinomial. So first is common monomial factor. In common monomial factor, we are getting the GCF of a polynomials. Okay, so first, for example, we have x squared plus 7x. So here, we're going to get the GCF of the two terms, x squared and 7x. When we say GCF, or when we say GCF, the common factor of each term. Okay, yung pareho sa dalawang term na to, sa given terms natin. So dahil ang common sa kanila ay x, okay, si x squared at saka si x, ang common po sa kanila ay x. So the common factor is x, or the GCF is x. Okay, in getting the GCF of a variable with an exponent, of course, we are usually getting the smallest exponent of the variable, of the given variable. So we have x squared and x. So the smallest exponent here is the x, because it is raised in 1. Okay, so the imaginary one. So this is the common factor of x squared plus 7x. So to find the other factor of the given, we need to divide the given to the GCF. Okay, x squared divided by x is x. And then 7x divided by x, that is 7. Okay, because x divided by x is 1, and 7 times 1 is equal to 7. So the factor, or the common monomial factor of x squared, or the factor of x squared plus 7x is equal to x times the quantity of x plus 7. Multiply to x plus 7. Okay, so another example, we have x squared minus 12x plus 35. Okay, I'm so sorry. Mali po yung nakopya kong given. Okay, the second example is 3x squared minus 6x. Okay, so we need to find the GCF of the two terms. Okay, 3x raised to 2, 3x squared minus 6x. Okay, the GCF of the constant number 3 and negative 6 is 2, is 3. Okay, and then x squared and x, that is also x. Okay, so the GCF of 3x squared, or the common factor of 3x squared minus 6x is 3x. So, i-divide natin yung given sa factor, sa common factor natin. So, 3x squared divided by x, that is x. Because 3 divided by 3 is 1, x squared divided by x is 1. Okay, in dividing exponent, you are really subtracting the exponent. Okay, so negative 6 divided by 3, the answer is negative 2. X divided by x is 1, so we don't need to write 1 here, because 2 times 1 is already 2. Okay, so the factor of 3x squared minus 6x is 3x times the quantity of x minus 2. So another example, for the last example of common monomial factor, we have negative 12 x squared y cubed plus 16x y raised to 6 z raised to 2. Okay, so we need to get the common factor of this two terms. Okay, so first is the constant number, which is negative 12 and 16. So what is the factor of negative 12 and 16? It could be 2. GCF ha, GCF po. Okay. It could be negative 4 and also positive 4. Okay? But I think mas prefer ko po na kinukuha po natin yung negative factor niya, kasi that is this is negative 12 naman, kasi we are getting the GCF of two numbers having unlike sign. Okay, so negative 4 and positive 4. Okay, same answer lang po yan kapag sinimplify natin. Okay, so negative 12 divided by negative 4, the answer is positive 3. Negative 12 divided by 4, the answer is negative 3. Okay? And then x squared, I am so sorry. The common factor of negative 12 and 16 is just negative 4 and positive 4 pala. And then we also need to find the factor of the variables. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the factor of the variables. So x squared and x, they are common to each other. Okay, and then we need to get the smallest exponent, which is x, having one exponent. Okay, so lagay din natin dito. And then y cube, may y dito, may y dito, may variable po dito na y, and at the same time, in the second term, meron din pong y na variable. Okay, so we have y. And then we need to find the smallest exponent, 3 and 6. So the smallest is 3. So ilalagay natin dito as an exponent of y is equal to 3. Okay, so the other one, z squared. So in the first term naman po, walang variable of z, so we don't need to write it down po. Okay. So now let us divide the given to the GCF that we get. Okay, negative 12 divided by negative 4, the answer is positive 4. Negative 12 divided by 4, the answer is negative 4. Okay, x squared divided by x, the answer is x. So, ganun din po dito, x. Y cube divided by y cube. Okay, so cancel nyo na siya. Okay, bakit negative 4? I'm so broken. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Okay, only ko na lang siya mamaya. So, medyo pagod na si mama. Negative 12 divided by negative 4, the answer is positive 3. And then negative 12 divided by 4, the answer is negative 3 rather. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, x squared divided by x, the answer is x. Okay, ganun din po dito. And then si y, sulat ko lang po yung kanina. And then y cube divided by y cube, the answer is 1. So hindi na po natin isasama si y. Okay, so for the second term, 16 divided by negative 4, the answer is negative 4. Okay, x divided by x, that is 1. So you don't need to write it na po. And then y raised to 6 divided by y cube, that is y cube. Subtract 6 minus 3, the answer is 3. So the answer is y cube. So ganun din po. 16 divided by 4, the answer is positive 4. Okay, y cube, z squared. Z squared. Ayan. So ito na po yung factor ng negative 12x squared y cubed plus 16xy raised to 6z squared. Okay, so now let's proceed to another example, which I to the another factor, which is factoring trinomials. Factoring trinomials in terms of x squared. Okay, in terms of x squared plus bx plus c. Okay, and also ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, for the first one, here in our x squared plus bx, the first example is x squared plus x minus 6. Okay, in x squared plus bx plus c, we need, you can apply the c method. Okay, wherein we are getting the factor of the constant number, which is c. Okay, so the value of c here is negative 6 as for our given expression. So that is negative 6. Okay, we need to find the factor of negative 6, that if we add the two factors, okay, the sum must be the middle term. Okay, if we add the two factors, the sum must be the middle term of the expression. Okay, so come to think of factors of negative 6 that will become 1. We have imaginary 1 here, positive 1. Okay, so we can say that negative 2 times positive 3, right? Because negative 2 times positive 3 is equal to negative 6. And if we add these two factors, negative 2 plus 3, the answer is positive 1. Okay, so we can use this as a factor of x squared plus x minus 6. Okay, so first you need to write two groups Okay, and then you're going to get the factor of x squared. We're just going to spread out the factors of the given expression. So the factor of x squared is equal to x. X times x is equal to x squared. Okay, and then we get this one, diba? So negative 2 and positive 3 as a factor of negative 6, that if we get the sum of the two factors, the answer is the middle term. Okay, so we have negative 2 and then positive 3. So it means that x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to the factor of x minus 2 multiplied to x plus 3. So the factor of x squared plus x minus 6 is x minus 2 times x plus 3. Okay, so another example for you to be able to understand the lesson, we have x squared. Okay, so we have x squared minus 12x plus 35. Ito yung isinusulat ko kanina. Sorry guys talaga. Okay, so again, C method, you're going to get the factor of the constant number or of the last term or the constant term. Okay, so we have 35. That if you, by the way, you can also use the rules, or not to mention the rules of a factoring perfect square kasi hindi naman siya perfect square, but the rules of operation, negative, positive, diba? So if we have negative, we have subtraction and addition dito as our operation po. Ibig sabihin, the product must be negative, both negative, or the factors rather must be both negative. So dahil positive 35 ito and then negative 12 ito, so ibig sabihin yung factor po ni 35 ay dapat parehong negative. Kasi nga po negative yung middle term natin. So 35. So think of it. So as for me, I want to use negative 7 times negative 5. Okay? Then let's try to add the two factors, negative 7 minus 5. So negative 7 minus 5 is equal to negative 12. Okay, all right? Okay, so negative 12 is equal to negative 12. So we can use the factor of 35 as negative 7 and negative 12, negative 5. Okay, so now first you need to factor the first term, which is x squared. So the factor of x squared is equal to x times x as usual. So we have x times x, okay? And then just put negative 7 and then negative 5, and that's it. This is now the final answer. Sorry. Okay, this is now the final answer. So the factor of x squared minus 12x plus 35 is equal to x minus 7 times the quantity of x minus 5. Okay, so now let's proceed to ax squared plus bx plus c. Kung nabibilisan po kayo sa ating review or sa aking discussion po, you can post, bagalan nyo na lang po. Okay, so we have ax squared plus bx plus c. Kung kanina may tinatawag tayong c method, dito naman I want to apply the ac method. Okay, so we have AC method. Okay, gawa-gawa lang to ng isang meme. Okay, sorry for the word. Okay, so we have AC method. So when we say AC method, in getting the factor of ax squared plus bx plus c, ibig sabihin po nito, we need to multiply the value of a and also the value of c. Okay, just like for the example, we have 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. Okay, so when we say AC method, we're going to multiply the value of A and also the value of C. So this is A, this is C. Okay, so A times C, we have 2 times 2. The answer is equal to 4. Okay, so after getting the product of A and C, we're going to find the factor of that product. That if you factor the product, the sum must be the middle term. Just like in the first example, which is the x squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So we need to multiply, we need to find the product of, or we need to find the factor of 4 that if you get the sum must be 5. Okay, so pabalik-balik na tayo. So I can say that 4 or the factor of 4 is 4 times 1. Tama ba? 4 times 1 para kapag pinag-add natin is equal to 5. 4 plus 5 is equal to, 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So we have here 5. So 5 is equal to 5, right? Okay. So here in ax squared plus bx plus c, we are really expanding the middle term. We need to expand the middle term. Okay, paghihiwalayin natin siya. Okay, first is to find the factor of this expression, you need to write first the first term. Need to write the first term. Okay, so we have 2x squared. 2x squared. And at the same time, you're going to input 4 plus 1 times x. So, kaya, pwede nyo na po siyang ilagay as x. We have plus 4x plus x. Diba? And then the last term is c, which is 2. Okay, so you can see 4x plus x is equal to 5x. So we just simply expand the expression. Okay, para po mag-group natin siya. Okay, after expanding the expression, we need to regroup the given. So we have 2x squared plus 4x plus x plus 2. Okay, ito siya. Tsaka ito. Okay, so after regrouping, we need to get the common monomial factor. O, di ba? Ginagamit natin yung mga previous lesson natin. So, common monomial factor. Okay, so the GCF of 2x squared plus 4x is equal to 2x. Okay, they are divisible by 2x. 2x squared divided by 2x, that is x. 4x divided by 2x, that is 2. Okay, so as you can see, the goal here is magkaroon ng kasama si x plus 2. Okay, dapat magkapareho sila. So, ito po, plus x plus 2. O, sige, sulat natin, bring down. Okay, now, we're going to combine like terms. Okay, so magkapareho po yung, pareho po yung nasa loob ng parenthesis natin. So, pag-iisahin na lang natin siya. So, that is x plus 2. So, this is the first factor. Okay, so now, how do we get the second factor? Kukuhanin natin yung GCF. Yung dalawang GCF niya, which is 2x. And then we have here an imaginary 1. Diba? May imaginary 1 tayo dyan. So 2x plus 1. Okay, so the factor for 2x squared plus 5x plus 2 is equal to the quantity of x plus 2 times to the quantity of 2x plus 1. Okay, so now let's proceed to the another lesson that we have here. And that is factoring the difference of 2 squares. Okay. So factoring the difference of, pasensya na kung masakit, pangit ang sulat ko. Difference of 2 squares. Okay, so in factoring the difference of 2 squares, syempre difference, so the operation is minus, or the operation is subtraction. Okay, so 2 squares, ibig sabihin po ng 2 squares, the first term and the last term must be a perfect square. Okay, for example, the rule is x squared minus y squared. If we have a given expression like this, the answer is always x minus y times x plus y. Okay, so for example, we have x squared minus 9. Okay, x squared minus 9. Hindi po ba siya applicable sa addition? No, kasi nga po difference of 2 squares. Factoring the difference of 2 squares. Okay, x minus 9. Okay, you need to find or to square the two numbers for you to find the answer. Okay, so x squared minus 9. So you're going to square root the two numbers or the two terms because they are both a perfect square. So the square root of x squared is equal to x. Okay. the square root of x squared is equal to x. Okay, minus and add. Minus plus. Just like the rule. Okay, so the square root of 9 is equal to 3. Okay. So the factor of x squared minus 9 is equal to x minus 3 times x plus 3. We are just simply getting the square root of the two numbers because they are both perfect square. Okay, so another example, we have 16x raised to 4 minus 64 minus 64y squared. Okay, so here naman, ganun lang din ang gagawin natin. You need to square root every term. So the square root of 16 is 4. Okay, in getting the square root of an exponent, you are just simply dividing the exponent into 2. Okay, again kapag po ang square root, di ba? When we say square root naman po, 2 siya, di ba? Okay, so kapag naman nag-square root tayo ng exponent, you are just simply dividing the exponent to 2. Okay, so x raised to 4 divided by 2, the answer is x squared. Okay, so the square root of x raised to 4 is equal to x squared. So, lagay din natin siya for x squared here, and then minus plus. The square root of 64 is 8, and then the square root of y squared is y. Di ba ma'am sabi mo divide? So bakit nagiging y lang siya? Because 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. And we don't need to write 1 here. Kasi nga po, 1 is an imaginary number. Katulad ng crush mo, imaginary lang siya. Di ba? Okay, next na tayo. Okay, and the last one is factoring perfect square trinomials. We have factoring perfect square trinomials. Pasensya na po kung nagmamadali ako ha. Perfect square trinomials. Binibigyang buhay ko lang po ang mga given na binigay ko sa inyo nasa picture. Okay. So we have we need to consider two rules here. If the given is x squared minus 2xy plus y squared, and then another one is x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. If we have two unlike operation, di ba magkaiba po sila ng operation, we have negative and positive, hindi po pwedeng magbaliktad na si positive ay mapunta sa second term at si negative ay mapunta sa first term kasi nga po, ang last term natin ay always addition, always positive because you are getting the perfect square of that number. Okay, so x squared minus 2x plus y, the factor must be the square of x minus y. Okay, kapag magkaiba po sila ng operation, the operation inside the parentheses must be negative. Okay, or must be a subtraction. Okay, here naman, kapag magkapareho naman po sila ng operation, we have two addition. Here, in the given expression, the answer is the square of x plus y. Or, if you want to expand, we have x minus y times x minus y. And also, we have x plus y times x plus y. Okay, for example, I will give you only two examples. We have x squared minus 18x plus 81. Okay, so in factoring perfect square trinomials, the first and the last term must be perfect square. Okay, so when we say perfect square, dapat meron siyang square root. Ma'am, paano po kapag wala siyang square root? You need to simplify. Okay? So, kapag halimbawa dito naman sa given natin na ganito, kapag wala talaga siyang square root, yung isang term ay wala siyang square root. So, ibig sabihin, hindi po natin ma-apply si perfect square trinomial. Okay? So, hindi po magiging ganito yung sagot natin. Okay, mamaya po magbibigay ako. Ay, hindi na pala. Okay, so x squared minus 18x plus 81. So, again, you need to consider the two operations. We have negative here and positive here, or subtraction and addition. So, saan po siya magla-lie down? Sa ating first expression. So, x squared. So, your answer must be the square of x minus y. So, now, for us to find the final answer, we need to get the square root of the first term and also the square root of the last term. Okay, so the square root of the first term is equal to x. Okay? And then the square root of the last term is equal to 9, minus 9. Okay, kasi nga po the operation of the second term is subtraction. Okay, or negative. Okay, x minus 9. So the answer is the square of x minus 9 or x minus 9 times x minus 9. Okay, another example, we have 4x squared. Okay, 4x squared plus 29x plus 25. Okay, 4x squared plus 29x plus 25. So here naman po, ganun din po ang gagawin natin. Perfect square naman si first term, perfect square din naman si si last term. So katulad po ng sabi ko sa inyo kanina, kung hindi po perfect square si 4, you need to divide the number to its number din. But in all terms. Kapag magsisimplify ka sa first term, isi-simplify mo din siya sa second term and also in the last term. Okay, so dahil naman perfect square naman na po yung first term natin and at the same time yung last term natin, we just need to square root. Okay, we just need to get the square root of the first and the last term. So the square root of 4x squared is equal to 2x. Tama? Because the square root of 4 is 2, the square root of x squared is x. And then this we have two same operation which is addition. So the answer is the square of x plus y, di ba? Kasi nga po magkapareho sila ng operation. And then the square root of 25 is equal to 5. So the answer for this is equal to the square of 2x plus 5 or 2x plus 5 times 2x plus 5. I hope you've learned something today. I hope you've learned something. Kahit nga po nire-review lang natin to. Pasensya na kayo kung sa first part ng ating video ay medyo nagkakamali si Ma'am Roslyn because medyo na rin, pagod na rin. Nakakalimutan na yung mga pinagsusulat ko. Ayan. So I hope po naintindihan niyo yung naging lesson natin for this quarter po. Good luck sa exam niyo. God bless po. Bye-bye.